Hey there, young explorers. Today, we're going on an adventure into the world of food. But not just any food, we're talking about the food that keeps us moving, growing, and being our awesome selves. Food is something that provides nutrients. Nutrients are substances that provide energy for activity, growth, and all functions of the body. So, let's dive in and discover more about this amazing journey. Now, let's turn our gaze towards those quiet, green friends of ours, plants. Have you ever wondered how plants make their food? Well, they have a secret kitchen called photosynthesis. This is where all the magic happens. Are you ready for the secret recipe? Here it goes. Plants take water and minerals from the soil and carbon dioxide from the air. Then, with a little help from sunlight and a special ingredient called chlorophyll, they whip up their food. And guess what? This process doesn't just make food for the plant, it also creates oxygen, which is a big win for us. So, next time you're out in the sun, remember to thank the plants for their hard work. Let us see what this process is called. The process by which leaves prepare food using water and minerals from the soil and carbon dioxide from the air in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is called photosynthesis. Moving on, let's zoom in on a leaf. Yes, a leaf is not just a leaf. It's a food factory. And every part of it plays a role in making food for the plant. Imagine a leaf as a busy kitchen with different sections. Let's take a closer look. Here we are, inside the leaf's kitchen. Each part has a name and a job. There's the leaf base, axil, stem, midrib, margin, and more. These parts work together to make sure the plant stays healthy and grows. They're like a team in a kitchen, where everyone knows their job, from the head chef to the dishwasher. It's teamwork at its best. Now, plants are quite smart. They know it's important to save some food for later, just like we might save some cookies in a jar. They store extra food as starch in different parts like fruits, stems, roots, leaves, flowers, and seeds. And guess what? We often eat these parts because they are packed with good stuff thanks to the plant's hard work. Our story wouldn't be complete without talking about the friendship between plants and animals. Yes, they depend on each other in many ways. Animals, including us, depend on plants for food and oxygen. And plants? They rely on animals too. Let's find out how. Animals have a special relationship with plants. Animals depend on plants for food. Herbivorous animals such as goats, cows, and deer directly depend on plants for food. Carnivorous animals get their food by eating other animals. Therefore, they also indirectly depend on plants for food. Animals depend on plants for oxygen given out during photosynthesis. And it's not a one-way street. Plants need animals too. Plants depend on animals for carbon dioxide that they give out during breathing. Plants depend on animals for nutrients in the soil. Animal wastes as well as their dead bodies provide nutrients to the soil. Plants depend on animals to disperse seeds to distant places so that new plants can grow at far-off places without overcrowding at one place. Now, let's spice things up with some unusual plants. Ever heard of mushrooms, cacti, or crotons? They're not your typical green leafy plants, but they sure are interesting. Each has its unique way of living and adds a bit of mystery to our plant exploration. Mushrooms and molls do not contain chlorophyll and are non-green. These plants lack the ability to make their food and therefore obtain it from dead and decaying plants and animals. The leaves of cactus plant are reduced to spines and cannot perform photosynthesis. The food is prepared by the green stem. The leaves of croton may appear red, yellow, purple in addition to green. However, it does contain chlorophyll. The chlorophyll in its leaves is masked by the other color pigments like red, yellow, purple, etc. Thus, photosynthesis occurs in croton also. Speaking of unusual, some plants have quite the appetite. Parasitic plants depend on others for food, while insectivorous plants, like the pitcher plant and Venus flytrap, catch insects for extra nutrients. It's a wild world out there in the plant kingdom. Let's see how they differ. Parasitic plants. Plants that obtain nutrition from other plants are called parasitic plants. The plants that provide nutrition are called host plants. Most of the parasitic plants do not undergo photosynthesis and are dependent totally on their host for nutrition. These are total parasites. Rafflesia is an example. Insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are green plants that are able to make their own food, but they grow in soil that lacks nutrients, minerals. These plants trap insects, kill them, digest and absorb nutrition, minerals, from their body. Some interesting examples of insectivorous plants are pitcher plant, sundew, Venus flytrap, and bladderwort. And that's it, friends. Our journey through the world of plants and their food secrets. We've learned a lot today, from photosynthesis to the teamwork in a leaf, and the special bond between plants and animals. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for Class 4. Thank you.